Hi. We're going to just see if we can recapture a little bit of what we tried to do yesterday with our very first Sunday morning rock and roll church at the First Congregational Bunker Rock Church of Lo-Fi Salvation. I'm Jim Bomber ME. I'm going to try to play basically some of the set list from yesterday. The streaming issues, we got part of the stream kind of kicked off, came back on. I was trying to figure out how to do this all on WordPress, and so some of it was kind of a little balky. But anyways, we're going to play some songs here. This is called Divide and Conquer. Your brain begin pushing back, get off that train. Divide and conquer, tear us apart. The powers that be, it's their special art, their propaganda. Your brain begin pushing back, get off that train. Divide and conquer, tear us apart. The powers that be, it's their special art, it's propaganda. Battle as news. It's time to wake up, pick a side and choose. Divide and conquer. This is National Disgrace. A lot of people don't know this, but right now, with the Biden administration, I wrote this song actually a year ago. So in February of 2020, Neil Young posted a letter on his website, neilyoung.com, calling Trump a national disgrace. And I'm just reading through it and I'm going, yeah, and I kind of worked the song out. And then I was actually taking guitar lessons with this really cool guy named Alex Roy, formerly of Sparks the Rescue and other entities, the Alex Roy Band. And I took like 5 or 6 lessons. But the best part was just talking songwriting with Alex. And I kind of brought this kind of unfinished song to him and said, hey, Alex, how do you write a chorus? And he kind of told me some things about turning chords around. And I came home and I had the song, and this is it. It's called National Disgrace. But the cool thing about it is, not knowing that Biden would be elected president, is that right now all musicians that are going to be allowed to go out and play after COVID kind of, loosens its restrictions, you're going to have a Trump song right here in your back pocket. So this is my Trump song. I'm going to carry it around with me like a placard. And when the gig police show up and ask, do you have your Trump song, I pull it out of my back pocket and say, here it is. It's called National Disgrace. And that's the God's honest truth. Let me just get a little bit of volume here on this one. The drum track thing sometimes, this is not Jim Dooley. By the way, I've been using a lot of Jim Dooley stuff. I send him a little money every month just because his stuff is so good, but this is not a Jim Dooley track. So it's a good track. Disgrace, the public fucking shame, trashing all your rivals, you never shoulder blame. Talk about corruption, should be your middle name. Big switches your shell game, it's how you set your frame. Deny global warming, call it just dose. Your pox on the planet, tides are rising at the coast. Greatness often suckers. Show us exactly who you are. Tiny hands and fingers, grabbing all you can. All your daddy's money won't float another sham. Deny global warming, call it just dose. Your pox on the planet, tides are rising at the coast. Greatness of its suckers, history will show us exactly who you are. Some see through illusion, your divisive world of hate. Fake news is your mantra, deserve the Watergate. Deny global warming, call it just dose. Your parts on the planet, tides are rising at the coast. Gray, the soft sucker. No lightning in that jar. History will show us exactly who you are. That is National Disgrace. My one and only anti-Trump song right now. Maybe there'll be more. Maybe I'll write an anti-Biden song. That would be really cool, right? So then we could like make it, like National Public Radio. If we have this over here, then we have to balance our news out over here. They don't do that anymore, do they? No, it's all like bash, 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 bash. But ignore my guy, right? So if I wrote an anti-Biden song, would they throw me in the hooskow? They might. I don't know. I'm going to do something, so a lot of the music that I do comes from a place of loss, grief and loss. So I lost my son back in January of 2017. So some of you know that, but if you're watching this as somebody out there looking at my music and saying, gee, do I want to hire this guy to come and play a gig? Please hire me to play a gig. You don't really know my story. So Mark Balmer was my son. He was a well-known environmental activist, poet, award-winning poet, actually. Won a fellowship from the Rhode Island Council of the Arts, which allowed him to take an unpaid leave of absence from Brown University, where he worked, and go out on this sort of vision quest walk across America barefoot like Johnny Appleseed, hippie Johnny Appleseed, and save the planet. And he probably would have, except a woman hit and killed him in Florida. That would have been in January of 2017. And then the fallout for me was just really losing my only son, who I love dearly, and having, like my heart ripped out and dumped on the ground and stomped down 37 fucking times. And then being told basically, you should just get over that shit. And you don't. So I got to a point where I didn't want to do this anymore because it's just so hard. And I wasn't going to anymore. And then for whatever reason, picked up a guitar. Not one of these. These electrics came. My old trusty Yamaha acoustic, which is sitting over in the dark, lonely, waiting for me to pick him up and play again, which I do. I do a lot of acoustic stuff too, and would be happy to come down and sort of tone it down and just play acoustically. Because all of these songs that I've written 20 songs in the last year and a half, but started playing just for some, just to survive. And then it became something that I really wanted to do, and it kind of took off. And I've been playing a lot, and still not a great guitar player, but play well enough to accompany myself and play my songs. And what else do I need to do, right? I don't need to wank away. I can write my own stuff. I don't come out and play 400 covers that you've heard before, which is fine if that's what you want. I'm not your guy. But anyways, this is called The Pain of Life. I wrote it for Mark, but then I lost a coworker tragically, and we never got to grieve her death, which was really hard for a variety of reasons, and it kind of triggered stuff with me. But anyways, so this is called The Pain of Life. Living pulls me along, not sure where I belong. Heart sad every day, wish that feeling would go away. Pain's part of life, they say, black and white but mainly gray. The sky, heart's darkness pushed aside. Told by most that you are wrong, broken record, the same old song. People want a man who smiles, no sense in walk those miles. Dark forest, many trees, breath of healing breeze, passing through the hurt again. Forever triggered, no plans to explain. Life cycles round and round, broken record, the same old sound. Days passing on towards death, keep on living and taking find your way to a brand new place. World of light in some open space. The pain of life. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change guitars. The Dan Electro kind of lends itself to some of the other things I've written. Didn't you out here? Anybody out there? Is anybody out there? Just wondering if any of you have done triathlons. It's this thing in a triathlon called transition. So you have three events, right? You do swim, you come out of your water and you come out of the water in your wetsuit, and you got to run over to your bike area, and you got to strip your wetsuit off, and then jump into your shoes and jump on your bike and start riding. And you got everything all set up. And you're supposed to be able to do that fairly quickly, and then jump off the bike and then, change it to your running shoes and then run. And my transitions used to suck. And sometimes when I'm changing guitars here and just banging stuff around and hitting the microphone, I'm thinking, yeah, and your transitions, like your triathlon transitions and your music transitions suck, Jim. You need to get better at it, as my wife used to tell me with my triathlon shit. This is called Living in This World. I wrote this, it's coming up on a year. It was at Capo. I wrote this after a kind of a dust up I had on Facebook, where I realized that, you know what? As much as people talk about believe the science, they don't really believe the science, because when you present them with science, they basically go off on you and call you all kinds of things, or send these little fact-checked article. Your article's been fact-checked. It's wrong. And I just said, that's it. I'm done. But, it seems to have been something that I've noticed on the left lately. The left doesn't want to hear anything. It's like, la, 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 la. I don't want to hear it. Anyways, this is what this song's about. I have the lyrics. I have songs on Bandcamp. So I have 2 EPs on Bandcamp. I have All You Stupid Sheep. Then I have the Live from the Bunker Rock 4-pack, which is kind of a live down here, recorded on my cell phone, my smartphone. But anyways, this is the song I wrote, Living in This World. And they talk about love. Shut your mouth. Look away. Jim Dooley on the drums. Jimmy! Feels like he's down here in the basement with me. Guy fucking rules on the drums. He really does. I'd give anything to find a drummer like Jim Dooley around here. But what I find is during COVID anyways, people will post an ad for a drummer. I've been looking for a drummer now for over a year. And I think when I first reached out to people and kind of told them my story, they were like, oh man, shit, this guy's he's ungiggable. He's just going to go out there and talk and sing sad songs. Because, you know, people will post like, I'm a experienced drummer with 4,000 years of experience and I got a 900 tom set. And I'm just looking for somebody who's serious and like, can you guarantee me 300 gigs a year? And even if I show up like half baked and, you know, like late, you know, can you like pay me up front and like, you know, fuck you. You know what? I don't need that shit. And I don't need a lazy ass like you because, you know, I practice 5, 6, 7 hours sometimes on weekends and I don't really want you in my basement. So Jim Dooley is a great stand-in. Anyways, I know I sound like a misanthrope. Please, I'm not a misanthrope. I'm actually a really, really good guy, funny guy. Oh my God, I've been swearing in church. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Oh, Jim, you're not supposed to swear in church. I know. It's a rock and roll church, a little different. You know, I got a mulligan here. Anyways, you know, so I do write some songs. I mean, I don't know if this is a happy song. Do I write any happy songs? Probably not. This is a happier song, and so I call it Happier Days, right? Because we're all looking for happier days, you know, days. Happy days are here again. La, 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 la. That's not really how it goes, but anyways, I didn't write it. Don't blame me. Don't shoot the messenger. Happier days. Let me just see. This one's actually volume-wise. It's a little like, it's a little down. Volume-wise, not spirit-wise. I'm gonna bump this right up, max the volume out on that. You know, without a drummer, you know, it's got its good points, it's got its bad points, but I'm digging it. It's okay. Up, furnace kicked on. Furnace rock. Furnace rock. This is great. I just lost my. Oh, here it is. Oh, where'd you go? Why does it do that? I hate that. I'm sorry. It's like my Google Drive on my iPad is like decided to disappear on me. Honestly, I hate you too, Google. Drive. Where are you, Drive? I'll edit this shit out, so it doesn't matter. Honestly, this is really starting to piss me off. Why does it do that? Okay, here it is. Since I'm going to edit this out, I'm going to redo it. This is Happier Days. Side, pull me out into the light today. I want happier days, please bring me sunnier days. Take away my fear, I want people near. I'll see you and me in a gender that makes us free. Politicians are not our friends, no they're not. The lies they're spinning out are things that I care about. I signed up for walking out that open door, yes I am. I want happier days, and sunnier days. Take away my fear, I want people near. Going back, life's left the track. A growing fissure hiding crack. Charge and let us down, yes they have. A hole in life just like a bus, won't drive to Los Angeles. Turn back time now if I could. solace out in the wood. No, I will. I want happier days. Please bring me sunnier days. Take away my fear. We want people near. Do we really want people near? We say we do. Or is it just window dressing? Because I've had a lot of people lately who, like, I kind of have intimated that, hey, there's some light at the end of the tunnel. And I'd kind of like to get together and maybe hang out, maybe jam with you. And then I get this sort of response like, yeah, Jim, you know, I'd really like to see you, man. And we'll be all get vaccinated, man. I'll come on down. Don't hold your breath. Matter of fact, don't even bother. You know, because I can't guarantee a perfectly safe world for you. And if you think your vaccine is going to solve all of your ills and reduce all your risk, good luck with that. I know life is hard. Life sucks sometimes. But here I am, resilient as fuck, continuing on. So I'll sing in the verse one more time, and then we'll bring it back around, let you sing it. I want happier days. Please bring me sunnier days. Take away my fear. I want people near. This is now for you. Want happier days. Come on, sing it. Please bring us sunnier days. Take away our fear. We want people near. Come on. We want people near. Happier days. So I wrote this song back in the summer of, would have been 2019, would have been July of 2019. I had just started writing. Just trying to work on some things. And I don't know, one afternoon, these words just came to me. I just started writing them down. And just, before I know it, I had a verse, then another verse, and then another verse. And I had 4 verses. Then I wrote the chorus, and I'm like, this is it. This is about Mark. This is Mark's song. It's called Walking Down the Road. I had this magic moment last summer. I started going down to Bentley's in Arundel when Allie and Nat started co-hosting every other week the open mic there, which is an amazing open mic. I was way over my head. I'd only been to a couple open mics before that. And I showed up, and Allie was gracious enough to give me a slot, fairly good slot, like 6:30, you know, kind of not the beginning slot, but, you know, not at the end of the night either. And got up. First time I played there, fell on my face doing a Guided by Voices song, solo electric. Just so nervous. Guitar was out of tune. Some guy from the back, you know, those guys are always great, going, "Hey man, your guitar's out of tune." Yeah, because I made the mistake of putting new strings on that like week and didn't, you know, stretch them. And Nat afterwards said, "Hey, you know, this is what happened." And he was just great. You know, it's great to have a guy like, the band there is just unbelievable. But when I got to this song, which I think was my second or third song, the band just were ripping behind me. They were like a fucking hurricane. And the drummer, Sparky, was just amazing, was playing a little too fast. But because I've played this song so much, I just kept up with it. My wife videotaped it. And I went home and watched, and I go, fuck. I've always wanted to be a rock star. And I felt that way that night, singing a song about my son. And I know, Mark, in some way, maybe you know what Dad's doing these days. but I'd take you here any moment to come back. I'd give up these guitars, give up everything to have you back. But I guess that's not an option or a choice that I have. It's called Walking Down the Road. Walking down the road alone, saw a country lost at home. A mission hope carried me forth. I lived each day for all it was worth. President came while I was away. I planned to county him every day. 8th Division would carry us forth. Come together and be a force. If I had just one more day, I know I had so much more to say. I love my dad, I love my mom, miss my friends forever young. Back home sent me their love. Wished I got back to give them a hug. We all know what we think we know, but can we strive for a greater hope? Friends I lost along the way, like Nikki, still I walked another day. Saving Earth is what it's about. Some of the haters would jump and shout. If I had just one more day, I know I had so much more to say. I love my dad, I love my mom. Miss my friends, forever young. Joy and pain, my feet move across that fruited plain. A dirty hippie or something more. Why can't they see my higher road? My face and words live on today. I sometimes wonder what people say. I gave it all, held nothing back, and in the end, wasn't done in vain. If I had just one more day, I know I had so much more to say. I love my dad, I love my mom, I miss my friends, forever young. Never got back to give them a hug, and I wanted to. We all know what we think we know, but can we strive for a greater scope? If I had just just one more day. I often wonder what I'd say. It hurts my dad. It hurts my mom. 'Cause now I'm gone. Love my dad. I love my mom. Now I'm gone. That's Walking Down the Road, live version. My oldest song. I've been playing it for a year and a half now. It doesn't seem possible. Guess I'll play it forevermore, because it is what it is, I guess, as they say. Anyways, this is a flavor of what we had Sunday morning. I'll save the sermon. We'll kind of do something a little different next week, I think, and I'll announce it on the blog. But anyways, here's some rock and roll, Sunday morning rock and roll from Jim Bomber, M.E., at the First Congregational Bunker Rock Church of Lo-Fi Salvation.